Today I'm going to cut my hair with a razor for the very first time. This has a removable blades. This is what I'm starting with. My hair is basically all one length with the exception of the bangs, which looks really nice when I straighten it, but when I'm wearing my natural waves, it is a big mess. So I'm going to try to fix that with some layers in this hair razor. I need a little help cutting the back of it just to make sure it's straight. So I have my husband here. He's going to trim off about 3 to 4 inches of my hair off the bottom, just to kind of tidy up those ends, make it a little bit shorter. I know when my hair is a little bit shorter, the curls come out a little bit nicer, so we want this to come out as nice as we can. I think he did a great job cutting that straight across. And here are the pieces from the back of my hair. It actually doesn't look like that much, does it? Well, let's comb this out, and I'm going to try to section this the best I can. I'm going to take care of the bangs last. So right now I'm going to try to do some tapered pieces in the front, kind of give it a nice face framing. I see this all the time in all the social medias right now. Everybody's getting these razor cuts. They're kind of like these hybrid shag type of cuts. You know, you have the mullet, the wullet, the whoosy what's it, all of those haircuts. So I'm going to do that, something like this here. It's where I'm just going to take sections of my hair, I'm going to comb forward, and then I'm going to slide cut with the razor from short to long in the center to outward fashion with a little bit of elevation here, which will also give it some layers as well. So this is relatively easy. I think the scariest part is just the thought of doing this, and just to make sure that you have clean lines. You know, hairdressers probably looking at this and laughing, that's not clean lines of separation, but you know, I do the best I can. I'm not a hairdresser, by the way. I'm just somebody on the internet cutting my hair with a hair razor. Oh, look, they're not even. What do you say about that? Let's kind of fix that. So this side, I'm just going to take a little bit more off here. I feel like I have some control over this though, because I'm only doing the front half of my head, so if they're not even, I didn't mess up what's happening in the back at all, only kind of what's happening in the front or upper areas. So this is actually kind of fun to cut my hair. I can't wait to do this again. If I do, I probably will. So let's see, we are doing the final sections to just behind the ear, or just right at the ear here. And let's take a look at the balance between the two to make sure they're rather even. And why don't we go ahead and take just a little bit more off. This is actually quite fun. Look how satisfying that is, cutting this hair. And what's nice, it doesn't cut a blunt line. Okay, we're onto our bangs now. This is perhaps the scariest part. What I can really give you for best advice is make sure your triangle is right. Make sure it is as deep and far back as you want it. Make sure it is as far to the sides as your temples. But also, I recommend making a smaller triangle than you really need at first. Now, I put part of my triangle away, the two sides, because I want to focus on making the middle of this haircut, or the middle of the bangs anyway, a lot shorter than the sides. So we're going to take off a little bit more there. And I just used a little bit of elevation at the front just to kind of take off that top corner, just to make the bangs fall a little bit nicer. And what I'm doing now, rather than twisting and slide cutting down, which is normally how I do my bangs, I'm going to take this razor and pinch pieces and then kind of razor cut on either side of them. So it's a little bit of a taper down to a point, and I'm hoping this will give a very similar effect to how I normally cut my bangs, because I do enjoy that, but I wanted to do this entire haircut with a razor. So far it's working out pretty well. And that is all the hair we took off from the razor. Onto products. I'm going to use this leave-in conditioner by Karseell. I have to say, this leave-in conditioner smells so amazing, gorgeous, love it. And it does linger in your hair, so it does make your hair smell nice. It's a little bit of a perfumey smell. Here's my hair after it is dried, and now I'm going in with the Karseell hair oil. It's got a little bit of a yellow tint to it. It's nice. It doesn't smell the same, but it does smell nice anyhow. And I'm just going to put a bit of that into my bangs and then put some of it into my wavy hair. We're trying careful not to pull the curls out or, you know, make them different than they look, but just giving them a nice shiny feel. And of course, with silver hair, you do need to put a little bit more oils back into your hair because it's naturally just a little bit drier. But I think this does a really nice job of taming the frizzies, making the curls look nice. I'm enjoying these layers. I think I'm pretty happy with this haircut. I'll probably be wearing my natural texture a lot more often. I kind of been doing that a lot this summer, but I usually don't like it as much as straightened hair, but I'm kind of liking this a lot, and I like the body that it gives. I'm pretty happy overall. Let's take a look at the back of this haircut. As you can see, there's not a lot of layers on the long lengths, which is fine. It's kind of mostly on the sides and the front. What do you think?